Hey everyone, welcome to this 15-minute abs and arms workout. For this practice, I will be using 2-pound weights. Please feel free to use whatever weight is most comfortable for you. And if you choose to not use any weights for this practice, then that is totally fine. All you'll need is something soft below you. And with that, let's get started. Standing in the center of your mat, feet are hip distance apart, right arm reaches up and over, bend your right knee, and lift for some crunches. Your right elbow is meeting that right knee. All of the weight in your body is centered down through your left leg. Either keep that left leg straight or slightly bend that knee for a little bit more support here. Pull your abs in tight. Lower belly sucks in. Ribs are closed. In today's class, we'll be doing 12 different exercises for 1 minute each with a 15-second break in between. So try to push yourself through each exercise and continue to crunch that knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And quick rest for 15 seconds. And switch to the other side. Left arm reaches up and over your head. Center your weight through that right leg and lift and crunch that left knee to meet your elbow. Really trying to connect your mind and muscle here. Focus on activating those side abs so that you're not lifting through your leg or hip flexor here, but that you're really focusing on hitting that core. And each time you lower that leg down towards the mat, try just to quickly tap your feet onto the mat without letting all of your weight fall onto that left leg. And if you're having a hard time keeping your core stable here, use your eyes to find a stable spot to gaze on, and it will help you keep your whole body stable. This is something that we used to do in my dance classes all the time while growing up. Your body will always focus what your eyes are looking at. So if you're looking at something that's moving, it's going to be really hard to be stable here. But if you're looking at something that is still, then it's easier for your body to follow suit. And quick rest for 15 seconds. Shaking out your arms and legs if you need to, and regain your breath. Getting ready for the next exercise. Raise both arms up, elbows are bent, palms are facing away from you, and move through these arm rotations. Keeping your elbows in alignment with your shoulders here. Keeping with this movement, breathe in for 2 and out for 2. Focusing on your breath while you're doing these movements will also help you to release any tension that you're holding in your body. So tap into that breath, breathe in for 1, 2, and out, 1, 2. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your lower body, but that you're only working your arms and shoulders here. You should start to feel really warmed up here. And continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a well-deserved rest for 15 seconds. Roll those shoulders out, shake those arms. Moving into our next exercise. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. This time, left leg crunches in front of you, and right elbow taps on that knee. And if you are using weights, check in with your body here. If you're feeling like those weights are a little bit too light and you're not feeling much, then maybe for the next exercise, switch to a heavier weight. And if this is feeling like it's too much in your shoulders, then switch to something lower or don't use anything at all. We always want to challenge our body by making sure that we are feeling these exercises, but that we are not overdoing and destroying our bodies. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down and shake your legs and your arms out. Take a breather and rest. Now moving into the other side. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Elbow and knee touch and extend back out. Again, trying to hold all of that weight of your body on your left leg, squeezing that core tight. Right hand can rest on that right hip. Cross in front of your body and extend back up. Continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake everything out. If you need to adjust those weights, please do so. Staying in the center of your mat, ankles are underneath your hips, both arms are bent, elbows tuck in towards your side, and reach and extend them all the way out. Pulling back in towards your core and pushing back out. If you're not using any weights, then this is where I want you to really focus on creating tension in your movements here. So as you flow your arms in and out, I want you to squeeze those muscles really tight and visualize as if someone is trying to push your arm in the opposing direction. So you're really holding tension, trying to push away, and holding tension as you're trying to squeeze back in. By focusing a little bit differently in these exercises, we can make these movements passive or intense. It just depends on where our focus is and the intention that we are placing on ourselves. The more that you push your body to change, the bigger change that you'll see when you look in the mirror. And let everything go. Shake out those arms, release any tension you may be feeling, and get ready to move into our next move. Centering all of your weight on that left leg, right leg lifts out towards the side, and right arm flows down to meet it. If you have the flexibility, you can tap that right wrist on that ankle. If not, just lift and lower that right leg as high as you can. Make sure that it is directly out towards the side of you instead of towards the front or the back of you. Keeping your hips in alignment, facing forward. Squeeze that core. Bend that left leg if you need a little bit more help with your stability. Find a stable spot to gaze on. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest for 15. And you guys already know, doing all of that on the left side. Right hand is resting on your right hip. Stabilize all of your weight into the heel of your right leg and raise that left leg all the way up. Lowering your left arm down to meet your leg. Squeeze your core. Make sure your back is straight, your shoulders and head are lifted. Hips are facing forward. Breathe in as you lift that leg and breathe out as you lower it down. Again, breathe in and out. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake everything out. This next exercise will be a little intense for your shoulders, so make sure that you are comfortable with the weight that you're using. So that you guys can see me better, I'll be turning to the side of my mat here, reaching both arms up, interlace those fingers, wrists and elbows are together, and elbows are in alignment with your shoulder. Slowly pulse those arms up and lower back down. Don't let those elbows fall below your chest here. If this is feeling a little too intense, you can drop those weights. So tap into that breath. Breathe in for 1, 2, and out. 1, 2. In for 1, 2, and out. 1, 2. In for 1, 2, and out. 1, 2. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release those arms. Staying in the middle of your mat. Lift both of your arms up out towards the sides. Elbows are bent, palms are facing forward. Fold your arms in towards your chest. Try to focus on squeezing your chest when you pull those arms in to take a little bit of the tension out of your neck and shoulders. Breathe in as you extend those arms towards the side and out as you pull them back in. Keeping your elbows in alignment with your shoulders here. Ankles are underneath your hips. Squeeze that core. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take a little breather from our arms here and focus on our abs for the next exercise. You can drop your weights for this one or keep them in your hands. Turning towards the left side of your mat, hands are either on your hips or interlaced in front of you. Crunch that knee up towards your chest and release back. We're focusing just on our core here. And as always, make sure that you are lifting with that core and not your leg here. Breathe in and out with each movement. Find a spot to gaze on to stabilize yourself. And keep lifting for 3, 2, and 1. And rest for 15. Getting ready to move into the other side. Turning to the right. Left leg extends all the way back. Right leg is bent. Hands are interlaced or on your hips. Squeeze your core, knit those ribs in, and crunch that left knee all the way up. Trying to keep all of your weight centered down through your right leg here. Left leg only reaches back for a second. Toe just gently taps that mat. And continue to lift for 3, 2, and 1. And take a breather. You guys are almost done with this practice. This is our final exercise. So check in with your body and make sure that you're comfortable with the weights that you're using. And join me in the center of the mat. Lift both of your arms up, fingers touch, extend them back out towards the side, and flow them in front of you. Make sure that your back is straight, your core is tight, your shoulder blades are tucked down and back, and that your neck is lifted and the crown of your head is reaching towards the sky. We really want to make sure that we're not hunching in this pose and allowing those elbows to crunch up towards our ears, but tucking those shoulder blades down and back. Take in deep breaths with these movements. Make sure that the tension is in your arms and not in your neck here. And flow up for 3, 2, and 1. And you guys are done. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Please like and subscribe to these videos so that I know that you guys are here. And if you have any requests as to what you want to see next, please leave them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.